Alright guys, welcome back to another one. So we've got a pretty neat Kingdom Hearts 3 mod to showcase today, one that just recently released, and is an interesting spin on a playable character mod, essentially allowing you to switch between Sora, Kairi, and Riku on the fly via the shortcut menu. This means that the Destiny trio here becomes your permanent party setup until going into a loading screen. To explain how this works, if you guard and press the shortcut button at the same time, you'll now bring up two new options in the shortcut menu, either switch to Riku or Kairi. The option to switch back to Sora will become available when playing as either Riku or Kairi. So this adds in character switching into Kingdom Hearts 3, and I know this is a concept that a lot of people have envisioned for Kingdom Hearts. What if Square Enix decided to make a system where you could actually switch between the playable character within your current party setup? I don't think they'd ever do this for a mainline title, but certainly looking at a subtitled entry, if Square Enix is still willing to do those, this could definitely be a fresh way to approach a new Kingdom Hearts game. Now what's cool about this is both Kairi and Riku have been modified so that they are completely playable. They can essentially do everything that Sora is able to do, like gliding, flow motion, wall running, air stepping, opening chests, or interacting. For any of the instances where Square Enix didn't officially program both Kairi and Riku to be able to do a certain function within Kingdom Hearts 3, they'll now just simply use Sora's animations so that it's possible to do that said thing. So the idea of this mod is that it can be played from start to finish. That being said, there are some issues with the current build of the mod. For example, in the Kingdom of Corona, we can't use the hair swing to progress the level here because we don't have Rapunzel in the party. If Kairi and Riku are currently in your party, it'll switch out any of the other party members that were previously in your setup. So without Rapunzel here, I'm unable to progress and I would have to reload, get past this point, then I can continue using Kairi and Riku. I also stumbled across this really interesting camera bug that ended up happening in Twilight Town. No idea how I did this or what caused this. But yeah, the camera became totally detached from the player character. However, people should know that the mod is currently in a demo build version. YozoraNohara has mentioned that there are going to be bugs and there are things that either need to be fixed or are still needing to be added. So more will come to this mod eventually. This is basically an early release version. Now looking at the movesets for both Kairi and Riku, they are actually custom to a certain degree. They both have some brand new attacks a part of their combo strings. Looking at Riku, some of his new attack animations have been taken from the Project Equinox Riku overhaul mod. Both Riku and Kairi's combos with all of the combo modifiers activated are absolutely insane though, especially Kairi's. She is a walking nuke. Looking at customization, you might be wondering, do these characters act as individual characters like party members when it comes to customization for abilities and equipment? To answer this, no, they essentially act as Sora, so any abilities that you have equipped on Sora will also be applied to Kairi and Riku, and same also goes for items and equipment. For example, if I were to equip a new combo finisher like Last Charge, it wouldn't just extend Sora's combo, but it would also do the same for both Riku and Kairi. Well, yes, it would be super cool if these were individual characters that had their own sections in the party member setup. I don't even think something like that is currently possible within Kingdom Hearts 3 modding. They do, however, have their own individual stats. Riku is more strength focused and Kairi is more magic focused. So like I was saying, most functions that Sora can do, Kairi and Riku can also do as well. So magic is totally usable here, with Riku and Kairi both having their own unique animations, but we've also got form changes as well. Most of the form changes right now are a little bit buggy. They can be activated for both Riku and Kairi, but the animations do tend to get a bit wonky here for most of them. Kairi does have a new custom form change for Mirage Staff. Riku's got a brand new one for Counter Shield. Second form is also custom for Riku, giving him more of his Dark Riku moveset. When going into second form as Kairi, she'll still have most of her base form combo, just with a few of the second form modifiers integrated within. What's interesting too is if you were to switch to another character whilst in a form change, you'll keep the form change. Like, it won't deplete and it will transfer over to that other character. Now, this mod does recommend to use the Party Member Rehaul mod, which is essentially an AI overhaul for party members in Kingdom Hearts 3. We've talked about this mod in the past. It's highly recommended for anyone playing Kingdom Hearts 3 on PC. It'll essentially make the party members of the game so much better. More aggressive, party members will just no longer be hollow-headed, and they'll actually be better at playing the support role. This means that Kairi and Riku as party members work very well with this mod installed. And I have to say, there's something really neat about having the Destiny trio together and playing around with them as a party setup. I know this is something that we've wanted for an incredibly long time, and I do think it will eventually happen later on down the road. Depending on what happens in Kingdom Hearts 4, I could see this happening, considering that by that point, Kairi will be pretty experienced with the Keyblade, maybe even potentially close to being a Keyblade master. If not KH4, I'm sure a future mainline Kingdom Hearts game will give us a proper official party setup with all three of these characters. But for the time being, I think that this mod right here really is the best way to emulate that. While we already have fully playable Riku and Kairi mods that do currently exist, we don't have a mod that allows you to dynamically and on the fly switch between characters. While we do have mod menus out there that allows you to do that, the characters that you can access are very limited in the sense of their functions, and progressing the bulk of the game using characters available in a Kingdom Hearts 3 mod menu will generally always lead you into crashes. So this in a way is sort of the first of its kind, and it's going to be interesting to see what else comes of this, because I can imagine that using the foundations of this mod, you could have a dynamic character switch function for the Days trio, or the Birth by Sleep Wayfinder trio, or multiple other custom playable characters that currently exist for the game. This really is one of the coolest aspects of Kingdom Hearts finally coming to PC though, is people creating brand new systems and mechanics to provide fresh new ways to experience the Kingdom Hearts titles, and the amount of new systems that have been created for Kingdom Hearts 3, it's pretty staggering. This is an evolution, by the way, of Sora 101 Ven's Shortcut EX system, which even that system in itself is such an ingenious idea, and I could totally see Square Enix doing something like that for a future Kingdom Hearts title. So my hat really does go off to the modders within the Kingdom Hearts community, especially given that we don't receive Kingdom Hearts games really all too often in modern times. Having all of these really cool new ways to be able to experience these games really makes the wait for the next Kingdom Hearts title just a little bit easier. I'm definitely looking forward to more updates being applied to this. I think, if anything, the big thing that sort of needs to be worked on here is the form change side of things, as that's probably the buggiest aspect right now, and there are some issues when it comes to natural story progression where the game can actually soft lock, but this is a really cool mod, especially for those Destiny trio enthusiasts out there. As always, I'll leave the link to the mod in the description down below if you want to try it out for yourself. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. Be sure to slap that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. A big shout out to my wonderful patrons and YouTube members. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll talk again real soon.